been able to manage it okay?
Yeah, I think so. We had a really big day yesterday that the whole team was physically drained at the end of the day, and we finished about 9 o'clock last night, and the only person who was still really upbeat and full of energy was Joe, and he seems to be really thriving in the support of the Samoan people. It's like a homecoming for him. So which makes me really happy, because you saw him today on the pads. He was sharp as a tack. He's been great the last couple of days. The preparation's been good. No niggles. Everything's coming together really well at the right time.
In terms of looking further ahead, there's going to be some unique and perhaps difficult preparations for fight week, for fight night. Is this all part of his development this week? Is this going to be valuable?
Well, look, I think so. I think we've had a bunch of high-profile fights where the media have asked a lot of him, sponsors have asked a lot of him in the past, and I tell you what, to his credit, he handles this with a lot of maturity, far more maturity than many seasoned boxers, and that is a major plus for us. Like, mentally, Joe's very, very tough. And he also has like a great personality where he doesn't let things get to him. If it's on the work schedule and the coach says it's okay, I'm going to do it.
What were the main things you were emphasising there within his son?
With his son, it was just myself and my son Tay were just working with him, trying to get him to move his feet as he was punching. Very exciting young prospect. To have that size and that power at the age of 15 is quite unique. He obviously has very good pedigree, and I saw in a very short session that we did, I saw huge potential, and he's definitely a young guy that if time allowed and it was possible, I would love to work with him, because I think he could be a very exciting fighter for the future.
A guy like him coming out of Samoa, how do you, obviously hooking up with you would help, but how does he progress himself to the level he needs to be for when he turns pro and comes to a guy like you?
Well, it's I gave him some pointers, but it's a lot to ask of a young 15-year-old. Here you go, here's 30 minutes of pointers, now go and teach yourself for the next 5 years, and I'll see you in Vegas when you're 20. It's going to be difficult for him, but I think the biggest thing is he needs to, I would be keen to help design a program for him, to help oversee some of his development. He seems like he wants to become a boxer. He's got a terrific physique. He's got a lot of power. He hits very hard, and he seems like an all-round really good young man. So, there's a lot of good things I like about him, but right at the moment, it's a little hard to see how it's going to work with me.
Yeah. What are the pitfalls for a guy like that? He wants to get to the top in boxing. You're coming out of a country like this. What kind of things have you need to overcome? And you've trained boxers from small towns and small places. What were the challenges they faced?
Well, obviously the biggest challenge that he has is the level of coaching here. Yeah. And you can only perform and learn what you're being taught. And it really comes down to the teacher. And I think what we've seen in the last 12 months to 2 years here in Samoa, where once upon a time they were the powerhouse of the South Pacific and they won all the gold medals at the South Pacific Games, and this year they never won a gold medal for the first time. There's obviously a little bit of work to be done with the coaching structure here in Samoa.
So the advice is maybe move to New Zealand.
Look, no, because obviously his family is here, and but I think there needs to be some coaching seminars done, just to help give the right sort of start. Look, we saw a young developmental team do a short display here today, and great hand speed, nice little combinations. You know, like I think at grassroots level, you know, Samoa will always be a fighting nation. You know, let's remember, boxing and rugby are their two biggest sports, but you know they're going through as much as we've had. You know, Joe bursting on the world scene, being a Samoan. You know, the amateur game here in Samoa is at a bit of a low at the moment. Awesome. All right. Cool. Let's go, Josh. Read them out, baby.
Kevin, talofa, Kevin Barry.
Talofa, Josh.
From Auckland to Hamilton to Palmerston North to Invercargill, and now we're here in Samoa. What does it mean personally to you to be here in Samoa? No, it's cool.
You all right?
Yeah.
What does it mean for me? You know, obviously, this is a promotion that we as a team have looked forward to all year. This means so much to Joe and his mum and dad, and it means a lot to me. You know, the 12 years I had with David Tua, we were never able to deliver a fight here in Samoa, and here we are in Joe's third year as a professional, and we're fighting here in Samoa, and it enables us to give back to the fans who have given him all the love and support.
You know, when Pacquiao has a boxing match, the crime rate in the Philippines drops to 0. Do you think Parker has a similar influence here in Samoa?
No idea.
So has it been all training? Have you had a chance to go around see any tourist attractions?
Done a lot of work for the Samoa Tourism Board.
Okay, so you've been sightseeing and...
We've been doing work, we've been fulfilling our obligations with our sponsors here in Samoa.
Just about the
and
injury...
we've been staying at the Samoa Sheraton, which is, you know, a world-class location, and the view and everything out there is sensational.
Just a quick update. I know Joseph is complaining about a lower back and elbow injuries. How's that
Since
now?
we've been here, the heat has actually helped his muscles a lot. We've had no problems at all with his lower back. He's been running most mornings. You saw him today on the pads. There's no problem with his right elbow. Body's all good.
And you know, you saw the young kids here boxing. What advice can you offer, you know, the young kids here to be a champion like Joseph one day?
You just got to believe, and you've got to work hard. You know, you've got to stay in school. You've got to be good to your parents. You've got to learn to be disciplined, and you have to train hard and believe that you can do anything.
And never ever give up, right?
Never ever give up, Joshua.
Kevin, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I followed you from the North Island to the South Island and here in Samoa. Thank you very much for being generous with your time.
Good man.
And always a pleasure talking to you.
Right,
Thank you, sir.
Right,
Thank you.
Thanks.